Hello everybody and welcome to my channel, The Real Super Sam. Today is another Batman 1966 review and I hope you enjoy. Episodes 3 and 4, the first appearance of Penguin on the show. At this time in comics, he was Batman's greatest enemy, not Joker. I like this episode because Penguin is almost smarter than Riddler with his plan, and once again, the actor, Burgess Meredith, is perfect for the role. He looks like if Penguin jumped out of the comic, one of my favorite Penguin designs. Fine Feathered Finks and The Penguins of Jinx show great comic book storytelling and have a historic event in comic history in them that I will reveal later. The title of episode 3, Fine Feathered Finks, is what he calls his goons repeatedly in the story. This episode was based off the comic Batman issue 169. In the beginning, we see some suspicious men give out umbrellas to some folks in front of a jewelry store. When they're inside, the umbrellas just go off and start exploding out sparks and smoke, perfect for a robbery distraction. Of course, the GCPD unanimously decide they need the Dark Knight's help to stop this umbrella caper that must lead the Penguin. When Batman and Robin arrive, Batman figures since the Penguin has served his time in prison from a previous crime committed before the series, the umbrella incident was just a harmless prank. This is Warden Crichton's first appearance in the show. He is called in so that Commissioner Gordon can prove to Batman that Penguin is back to villainy. I don't think Batman and Robin are truly big fans of him and his new ways of treating their prisoners, like him allowing prisoners to wear their criminal uniforms before parole. I figure the jokes about Warden Crichton's reform policies were largely to justify why the same recurring villains kept popping up. There's a lot of social commentary in the series, and this was one of them. While re-watching Penguin's time in prison, the Penguin and his cellmate, one of his goons, seem to decide that if Batman was a criminal like them, they would be unstoppable, and it leads Penguin to starting up villainy once again. We then see Penguin, played by Burgess Meredith, as he is laughing to himself about this caper he is planning, or more specifically, Batman's planning. Penguin's plan is to cause random chaos in the city, just chaotic enough so that Batman and Robin know it was him behind it, so Batman will come up with an evil scheme that Penguin is planning, but in fact he isn't planning but making one up for Penguin to follow. If Batman unintentionally plans the Penguin scheme, the Penguin will commit the crime and be successful. This is even more comic book accurate than the last story. I love this episode, maybe because I love the Penguin stories in the show more than Riddler. The Penguin in the show is perfect, a master criminal that loves dueling with Batman. He has his umbrellas, his purple hat, and his bird theme. This is the most accurate Penguin ever, I think, though he is never named Oswald Cobblepot here, like how Riddler wasn't named Edward Nygma at first. Also, the actors were perfect, and all great actors. They definitely made the show and gave distinct recognizable characteristics to the Batman rogues, even for today. Like Penguin, he always has a smirk and is confident with himself, and calm and collective. Penguin here has brains more than bronze, and that's what I find most interesting about his character. It is also the first time we see a supervillain themed hideout in the show, his umbrella factory, which is perfect and very fun to see with him. For the first time, the comic characters and media gave reference to the comic they came from directly, an Easter egg. When Batman and Robin are coming up with ideas that the Penguin could be committing, they stumble upon a jewel meteorite, just like in the issue. This was actually made to be in live action right here. Amazing work. A wonderful moment of comedy is in the Wayne Manor scene shortly after the Penguin gasses the dynamic duo and Alfred. The poor, loyal butler is caught in a compromising position with Dawn Robbins by Aunt Harriet, who immediately jumps the gun and makes the hanky-panky accusation. Top-notch scene. Of course, like in every episode, the police force is either scared, bad, or lazy, probably all of the above, as even when they don't know for sure if Penguin's back to his criminal ways just after 3 days after being released from prison, they decide to start this work by calling Batman. There is a lot more time with the rogue of the story this time around, which is definitely what Penguin needed, heck, deserved as Batman's #1 enemy at the time. The tricky thing in the episode is Penguin is not a criminal. Batman himself said that he's paid his debt to society, having served his sentence. Burgess Meredith is far less broad in his first appearance. His trademark whack whack is nowhere to be heard, and his waddle is less pronounced when he walks. Adam West and Burt Ward, I feel, get better acting props in this story than the last as Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson. The cliffhanger trap at the end of episode 3 is good. Bruce Wayne tied up, being left on a conveyor belt to a furnace. This is Bruce Wayne, not Batman. We have yet to have one with Batman and Robin both trapped. And of course, Batman and Robin still have the same comedy aspects as they do in the rest of the series. Here, they're a bit more serious. Once again, there's only one fight scene in the episodes. It's at the very end in episode 4, and it seems super fast, but man, it gives off a satisfying ending, even if the words don't take up the whole screen still. I have to input that the filmmaking and set screens are really good in this story. I give it a 10 out of 10. The first 2 stories of the show are just perfection. I think the creator, Lorenzo Sempre Jr., already had the formula down for the series. This may have been the tightest script the show ever got. If you can't tell, I absolutely love classic Penguin, and this series was the start of the enjoyment I get with this character. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye guys, and have a good day.